Hello everyone, welcome to EduTop. So in today's session, we are going to discuss a very important news article of finance, that is the RBI is considering the priority sector loans to include the electric vehicles also. We will understand that why the RBI is considering to involve the electric vehicles into the priority sector loans, as well as what are the categories that are involved in the priority sector loans and what are the targets of PSL. Okay, so we will be discussing all the important points of this news article in today's session. So before starting with the session, please subscribe to our YouTube channel if you are new to the channel and join our Telegram channel for the PDF of this session. And you can get the link of the Telegram channel in the description box below. So now here the RBI has weighed the priority sector loans for the electric vehicles. So the Reserve Bank of India is considering the proposal of the NITI Aayog. So the proposal is given by the NITI Aayog, and we will later see that what are the other things that NITI Aayog is doing for the electric vehicles. So here the NITI Aayog has given the proposal to the RBI to categorize loans to purchase electric vehicles under the priority sector lending segment. Right now it is under the auto retail segment, the loans. Okay, so now the NITI Aayog is saying to RBI that please consider the electric vehicles loans to be under the priority sector lending segment. So this will reduce the cost of the loans. Okay, because the loans that is given to the priority sector lending is at a less interest rate. So if the electric vehicles are included in the PSL, in the priority sector lending, then the cost of the loans, that is the interest rate for these loans, will also decrease, as well as the area will increase, or the people that will get the loans for the EVs will increase, so that the EV will have, the electric vehicle will have a deeper penetration into India. So this is why the NITI Aayog wants the PSL to include the electric vehicle. Okay, so now we will understand that what are the categories and what are the targets of this PSL. See, the categories and the targets and the priority sector, the categories are the agriculture, the MSMEs, the micro, small and medium enterprises, export credit, education, housing, social infrastructure, renewable energy and others. Why are these in the priority sector? See, what happens that the banks are giving loans. Okay, the banks are the ones that is mostly giving loans. Okay, that is the formal sector for giving loans. Now the banks also want profits. They also want to have the security. So in these segments, the banks are not very sure that will we able to get back the money, or they do not earn much high interest rate in this area. So that's why the banks do not want to give the credit to these segments. But the RBI or the government says that these segments are very important for the country, for the development and growth of the country. So for increasing the infrastructure, social infrastructure, to increase the infrastructure for the education, the health segments, these is included. The social infrastructure includes the health and education infrastructure also. So to increase all of this, the lending has to be given to these areas also, and that's why to increase the lending in this area, these have been included in the PSL, that is the priority sector lending. That is, if the bank is giving 100 rupees to the credit, okay, that is adjusted net bank credit. Okay, if the bank is giving the credit, if the bank is doing some investments, the credit or the loan is also the investment or asset of the banks. So if the banks is doing any asset, is doing any investment, is giving any credit, then 40% of that. Okay, that is the 40 rupees. If it is 100 rupees, so 40 rupees of that should be given to the total. 40 rupees total should be given to the priority sectors. These categories will get the 40 rupees. Adjusted net bank credit is nothing else, just the credit, the investments that the banks are doing. Okay, so if it is 100 rupees, if the credit is given by the banks is 100 rupees, or the investment the bank is doing is total, credit and investment the bank is doing is total 100 rupees. So 40 rupees out of that should go to the priority sectors, or should go in the priority sector lending. Now you will say that there is a renewable energy that we can see. So why the EVs are not under this? Okay, because they are also increasing the environment, they are also protecting the environment of the country. So renewable energy only includes the solar energy, the wind energy, the microhydel plants, the non-conventional energy based public utilities and all. So that's why the renewable energy until now didn't have the EVs, and we are saying, the Niti Aayog is saying that we should include the EVs, the electric vehicles, in the priority sector also. So I hope you have understood the categories and you have understood that what the PSL is. PSL is the priority sector lending. That is, if the banks are doing the investment or giving credit of 100 rupees, at least 40 rupees out of that should go to the PSL. Here you can see the targets of the banks. That is, the categories, the total priority sector, that is the total money, the total percentage that will be given to the priority sector is 40% of the adjusted, 40% of the loans or the investment that the bank is doing. This is for the domestic commercial banks, that is, it does not include, and it does not include the rural, the regional rural banks, and it does not include the small finance banks, as well as the banks, the foreign banks that have the institutions in India and they have 20 branches, okay, or above. They also have to give 40% of their loans, 40% of their investment to the PSL. Now next, foreign banks, if they have less than 20 branches, the criteria is different. You can just remember it, that how much percentage they are giving, okay. For the regional rural banks, for 75% of their loans should go in the PSL. Here in the small finance bank also, 75% of the loans or investment that they are doing should go to the PSL, priority sector lendings. Why is it less? For the, like, there is a criteria that 32% can be in the form of lending to exports and not less than 8% can be to any other priority sector. So out of this 40%, they can give 32% to exports, because mostly the foreign banks want to invest in the exports, okay. And 8% have to be given to different segments. Here this is for the total priority sector. It includes the agriculture, it includes the social infrastructure, the MSMEs. So in agriculture area, the domestic commercial banks have to give 18% of their loans, total loans that they are giving, total investment that they are doing, okay, at least 18%, because the total priority sector, if we do not differentiate, then banks will give to only one segment where they see the most benefit. So that's why the RBI has further segregated it, further differentiated it, that at least 80% you need to give to this segment. 7.5% of the total loans and the total investment that you are doing willingly, that you have to do to micro enterprises, and advances to weaker section. Now what this weaker section are, the scheduled caste and the scheduled tribes, there are person with disability. So such weaker sections, you have to give this 12% of your loans or 12% of the investments that you are doing. So this is all. You can just remember the percentages. This came in 2020, okay, so it is not a very old data. So in 2020 some things in the PSL changed, and before there was no renewable energy, later on this was added. So here I hope you have understood the PSL. Just the RBI wants to focus on some areas where the banks are not willing to give the loans directly. So to focus on such areas of development, the RBI has made the targets and made the segregation for those areas, okay. Now why EV should be added to PSL? Why are we saying that we should include the electric vehicles also in the PSL? So the reason is that potential of EVs in reducing emission of greenhouse gases, as they will not be running on the petrol or diesel, they will be electric vehicles. So it will reduce the greenhouse gases, helping India in its fight against climate change, as well as you can see that recently only in the Glasgow Climate Change Conference, India has set itself a target to lowering the total projected carbon emissions by 1 billion tons till 2030. So we need to take more and more initiatives so that we can fulfill this promise to the other governments also, to the other countries also, and to ourselves also, because we need to reduce the emission for our country also, for our health also, okay. Driving it in, EV sales have surged in the past years, and we want it to further surge, to further increase. We need the EVs to have a deeper penetration into the country. India's target cut total projected carbon emissions by 1 billion tons, and so we want the EVs to have a further increase in India, as well as there is an improved charging infrastructure in India. Okay, so this is why we need the EVs in our country, the PSL to include the EV, so that we can have less of the greenhouse gases, so our climate can become better, our environment can become better, and we can fulfill our promises that we are doing. Next, other steps. See, this is one step that Niti Aayog has said, that please include the EVs in the PSL to the RBI. But there are other steps also that is taken by the Niti Aayog and the other organizations. Okay. So Niti Aayog is working with the World Bank to improve the financing for the electric vehicles. So 300 million is the setup, is a program that is being run. First loss risk sharing instrument. So this 300 million is a debt that or financing or the loans that is given for the EVs, and Niti Aayog and World Bank, they both are working together and they both will share the risk of giving the finance. Okay. Next is, and there is one more thing, that the program manager of this program will be the SBI, the State Bank of India. Okay. Next is the private lender Axis Bank and the private infrastructure development group, that is the guarantee arm of the Garantco, recently announced a partnership to execute an umbrella guarantee framework of 200 million towards accelerating the e-mobility ecosystem in the India. That is to increase the infrastructure for the EVs. To increase the infrastructure for the e-mobility, they will be providing a guarantee of $200 millions, so that they can have a framework, a better infrastructure into the country. So these two organizations, please remember the name of these two private organizations that are stepping up and that are working for the betterment of the e-mobility into the country. And this is the other important provision that is made by the Niti Aayog. So this is all for today. Now there is a question in front of you, that recently the Reserve Bank of India is considering a proposal from the Niti Aayog to categorize loans to purchase electric vehicles under the priority sector lending. Okay, so what is the total priority sector target for domestic commercial banks excluding RRBs and SMFs? Okay, so for them it is 75% of the total loans that they are giving, they have to give to of the total loans that they are giving, of the total investments that they are doing. Out of that, 75% should go to the PSL. But here we are not asking for the RRBs or the SMFs. We are asking for the domestic commercial banks excluding these. So it should be what answer? It should be the 40% of the adjusted net bank credit, that is 40% of the total loans that we are giving, 40% of the total investments that we are doing. Okay, I hope you have understood this news article. If you have any query, you can mail us here or you can contact us through this number. Thank you very much.